kitchen.
All right, Brigida, now on Bounce. We're featuring a family-owned dessert truck tonight. The owners of Emergent Sweets are here to show us how they make ice cream donut cones. I want to welcome Jim and Victoria Bannis. Thanks for being here tonight. We appreciate you guys. First, tell us, how did Emergent Sweets get its name? Who came up with that?
My wife came up with that. She just brainstormed it. It was all three of us. For a while, we were just trying to come up with a name, and she just came up with it out of the blue.
It's kind of like emergency. You need some sweets. Is
Yeah,
that kind of what it was
that
about?
was pretty much it.
Okay. All right. What inspired you to create this dessert truck? What made you decide, and this is the time for us to do this?
Well, I started working on another food truck for a while. Worked with a good friend of mine for a while, and
That looks like an ambulance.
yeah.
Emergent Sweets. I love that. Okay.
Yeah, we repurposed the old ambulance, and what we did was just make a dessert truck out of it.
Okay.
But yeah, to get back to that, I worked with him for a while and decided to do my own thing.
Okay.
He went into a restaurant, and I continued doing this.
You stayed with the sweets. Now, what other desserts do you specialize in making?
I do cheesecakes in mason jars. I do a scoop cake. I do ice cream sandwiches are absolutely huge. You name it, I pretty much make it.
Now, did you start as a kid or making it? Or you like, how did you really get into that and say, I'm going to do this?
I started off in Connecticut when my culinary career. I started off working in a deli as a baker.
Okay.
Did that for a few months, and it was like, And I went off, and at my later time in my life, I was like, you know what, I want to get back into it.
Oh, fantastic. All right. Well, you want to get started on the ice cream donut cones?
No, Vicky, this is your...
You can slide on over here.
Hi.
How do you do this? How do you do this?
So we take flour and sugar, and then we take eggs, non-fat milk solids, and shortening. We also have yeast and water, and we mix that so it can rise. We set the dough to rise, and it can rise from between like an hour to like 3.
Okay.
And then we wrap it around the cone. And then once we deep fry it, we take it out, and then we put cinnamon sugar on it.
You deep fry that thing up. That looks delicious. And all right, and so the finished product is kind of going to see what that looks like. Pretty neat looking. So, and how long you guys been around now?
We've been around for 2 years.
2 years. Okay. Yeah. All right, and you're kind of around in different places. Do you travel around?
We travel all over. We go to Sumter, South Carolina, all the way up to Greensboro. And we do a few functions around Charlotte and Concord.
Okay, and how'd you come up with this? Who had the brilliant mind to come up with that?
Once again, my wife.
Okay, she's just sitting around thinking.
She's the one that actually, without her, this thing would not really be possible.
Right.
She sits around and she gets me the gigs and stuff like that, and she's pretty much the one that tells me, hey, you need to go here.
Right.
You know, but she comes up with the ice cream sandwiches. The mason jar cheesecakes were a big idea of hers too.
Wow, look at that. That looks amazing. I hate to even do something with that because I'm not going to be able to eat all of that. That's fantastic. But look at that. Just show it right there to that camera there. That looks delicious. Now, where are you guys going to be stationed this weekend, by the way?
Friday, we're going to be at 26 Acres. Saturday, we are going to be at the Hippie Fest in Rock Hill Church Road.
Okay.
And then Sunday, we are going to be up to Cary for the chow down.
Okay, good deal. Well, continued success to you guys. It looks fantastic. And you can follow Emergent Sweets on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The website is emergentsweets.com. Once again, thank you all for being here. We appreciate it. That looks delicious.
Thank you
very
very
much. I can't even begin to mess with that. All right, let's get back to Brigida.
All right.